Greetings, my name is Andy and I am part of the Profile Support team. In this video, I will show you how to complete the T2125 Statement of Business or Professional Activities. The T2125 is for self-employment or small business income or expenses. First, you need to enter the province of self-employment in the residency section of the Personal Information form. Then, open your Form Explorer and type in T2125 to open up the business form itself. Enter your business information in the identification area. Make sure this is completely filled out. If the current tax year was the last year of your business, answer yes to the question here. Enter your industry code. You can use F6 to open the menu, click the drop-down menu, or even start typing a number to have it autocomplete. If you don't have an account number, tax shelter identification number, or partnership business number, sign off these fields to prevent any auditor errors later on. This is particularly important for Quebec returns. If you have business partners, once you've entered their information, your percentage will adjust accordingly here. Let's add some partner information now. We'll allot our spouse and other business partner 25% of the business each. This includes expenses as well as income. Notice how the percentage has changed once we've entered their information. Select the type of self-employment, business or professional, by selecting the relevant box in Part 1 or Part 2. If you select business, select also the type of income, business or commission. In Part 3, gross business or professional income, you can add other income such as goodwill or a client list that you've sold to another business. Part 4, Cost of Goods Sold and Gross Profit, is for entering only business income. Let's add some wage costs here. Part 5, Net Income or Loss Before Adjustments, is primarily for entering expenses. Generally, you can find the appropriate category here. Otherwise, enter your expenses in the free form area. Now, open your motor vehicle expenses for business, the Bus Auto form. Allocate your expenses to the T2125 created previously and choose 100%. Because this business has other partners, No will be selected by default for Owned by Business. It is owned by this taxpayer and all partners have to enter their vehicle expenses on the T2125 in their own returns. On this form, you only enter the cost for what you've used and paid for. Your partners will do the same on theirs. In Chart A, enter your motor vehicle expenses. Chart B is where you would enter the available interest expense for a passenger vehicle. In this example, we don't have any. If on your T2125 you have 100% of the partnership, meaning no partners, you don't have to fill out Chart C, Capital Cost Allowance for motor vehicles. You would enter it on the T2125 CCA and T2125 asset forms. In our example, we have a 50% ownership. If you've rented the vehicle, fill out Chart D, eligible leasing costs for passenger vehicles, instead of Chart C. Open the T2125 CCA form to enter the capital cost allowance. Our asset is a computer, so we'll enter Class 52. It wasn't a terminal loss, so we'll leave it as no, and we'll enter the undepreciated capital cost at the start of the year. Click the T2125 asset link at the top of the form to enter more details for your asset. If you didn't purchase your asset in the current tax year, enter the date of purchase in the historical info area down below. You can enter additional assets as well by clicking the arrow at the top. In this example, it was acquired in the current tax year, so we needed to start entering it on this form rather than the T2125 CCA. Going back to the T2125 CCA, we can see that Profile has done the calculations for the second asset as well. All of the information is also on our T2125 CCA summary form. Finally, if you have cumulative eligible capital, you would enter it on the T2125 CEC form. Let's jump back to the main T2125 form for a moment. In our situation, the capital cost allowance appears on the T2125 at line 9936. And again, if you have other expenses, you can enter them here. Each time you add an entry, a new blank line appears. If any of your partners received a GST/HST rebate, you would enter it in Part 6. If you have 100% ownership, you would enter it as income. The GST rebate on last year's return for partner expenses deducted at $99.43 on last year's T2125. The other amounts deductible from your share of net partnership income or loss area is usually filled out automatically by profile if you have a partnership. But if you do need to add something, there is a free-form area here as well. If one of your partners has a Class 8 automobile, enter it in this section. If a part of your home is used for business purposes, you can claim some of the expenses here. In the Details of Equity section down at the bottom, you can enter the total business liabilities, drawings in the tax year, and capital contributions in the tax year. If your spouse is a business partner and the tax returns are coupled, Profile creates a T2125 form for them as well. If you're doing the tax return for another partner, you can copy and paste the information from one T2125 to the other. In summary, enter province of self-employment, enter business information on T2125, enter partner information on T2125, enter income and expenses on T2125, enter motor vehicle expenses on Bus Auto, enter your asset information on T2125 CCA and T2125 asset. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope you continue to enjoy using Profile and other Fine Intuit products.